Hello all, welcome to Read to Share. Today's story is called Marmalade, the Orange Panda. One morning, deep in the forest, a beautiful baby panda was born. The panda was different to all the others, as he had dazzling orange fur. The baby's mummy was surprised. Pandas are always white with black bits, or black with white bits. However, she couldn't be more in love. "I will call you Marmalade," she whispered, as she cradled her firstborn in her arms. Soon all the pandas in the forest woke up. They gathered around to see the newest member of their embarrassment. Yes, a group of pandas really is called that, an embarrassment of pandas. "No, no, no," said the elder panda. "This odd-looking bear does not belong with us." "But why?" protested his mum. "He is an embarrassment to the embarrassment." "Hear, hear," agreed the others. "Marmalade is absolutely perfect," she said. A tear rolled down her cheek. It landed on the nose of her son. Plip! Marmalade looked up to see his mum crying and felt sad himself. "Perhaps the other pandas are right," he thought. "Perhaps I don't fit in here." While his mum gathered bamboo shoots, Marmalade stole himself off alone to the river. He gazed down at his reflection. The other pandas were right. He was different. So he decided to take himself off to see where he might belong. Marmalade hopped onto a log, doink, and began bobbing along the river. The log slid down a waterfall, splosh. Then as the river winded and slowed, the baby panda spotted all the weird and wonderful creatures of the forest for the very first time. Wolves are slurping, leopards are lurking, alligators splashing and sploshing. Suddenly Marmalade found himself being whisked up in the air. Whoosh! A pair of monkeys was hiding in a tree. "Is it a monkey?" "No, but it looks like us. It's orange." "That's all. Drop it back in the river." Whoosh! Just before Marmalade hit the water, he was caught in the beak of an ibis. Snap! The bird soared high above the tops of the trees to join its congregation in flight. Flap, flap, flap. "Is it one of us?" "Funny-looking bird if it is." "Look at its colour. It's like us." "Nothing like us. Put it back where you found it." With that, the ibis dropped the baby panda from its beak. Whiz! Marmalade fell through the trees and landed on the back of a sleeping tiger. Thump! Roar! The startled tiger darted through the forest. Marmalade held on tight to the tiger's ears, thrilled by the ride. Bumpety, bumpety, bump! The tiger stopped at a clearing where a streak of huge orange cats was waiting. "Look, a tiger cub." "Don't be daft. That's not a tiger." "What is it then?" "I think it's a panda." "Pandas aren't orange." "Let's eat it and find out." The tigers began licking their lips. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Not wanting to be all the tiger's all-you-can-eat buffet, Marmalade raced up to the nearest tree. Scuttle! He made his escape, hopping from branch to branch as the hungry tigers roared from the ground. Roar, roar, roar! When he was sure he had lost them, Marmalade slid down the banging his bottom on every branch. Boink, boink, boink! Next he traced his way along the river bank. Marmalade leaped over the jaws of a peckish pangolin. Snap! And slid down a sinister snake. Sss! Before bouncing off the belly of a moody moon bear. Growl! Boing! Marmalade flew through the air. Whiz! Landing in a huge, muddy puddle. Splut! Marmalade looked down at his fur. Now he had dark patches like all the other pandas. Delighted that he would now fit in, Marmalade bounded all the way home. It was night by the time Marmalade reached the embarrassment. All the pandas were sleeping, except one, his mum. The poor panda looked worried sick. When Marmalade approached, she didn't recognize him at first, but then... "Marmalade, can that be you?" she asked as she rushed towards her baby and scooped him up in her arms. "Oh, Marmalade, I looked everywhere in the forest for you. I thought you had run away forever. But tell me, what has happened to your wonderful orange fur?" She patted him with her paw, and clouds of dusty mud exploded into the air. Woof! "Oh, my darling Marmalade," said Mum, "you never need to change. You are perfect just as you are." To help the baby panda understand, she picked some brightly coloured forest flowers and rubbed her paws along them. "Look, I could be blue, or pink, or purple, and I would still be your mum." Little Marmalade bounced up and down in excitement. Boing, boing, boing. He put his hand on the bright yellow flower and rubbed the dust of the colour onto his mother's fur. They giggled together. Ha ha ha. They both looked over to the sleeping pandas. Zzz, zzz, zzz. "Are you thinking what I'm thinking?" she whispered. Marmalade eagerly nodded his head. Wibbly wobbly. "Shh! Let's be quiet, though. We don't want to wake them all up." "Well, not yet." Marmalade and Mum gathered as many different brightly coloured plants and flowers from the forest as they could. Soon they had great handfuls of powdery paint. As all the other pandas slept, the pair went to work. One sleeping panda they painted purple, another they painted pink, one they painted blue, another they painted green. Mum painted herself red, but they saved the best until last. While the elder panda snored away, the pair giggled as they painted him every colour of the rainbow. Z, 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 tee, hee, hee. So when dawn rose over the forest, all the pandas awoke to find themselves painted the craziest colours. "What is the meaning of this?" thundered the elder panda. But he looked so funny that all the other pandas laughed. Ha, ha, ha. Looking down at the multicoloured tummy, the elder panda couldn't help but burst out laughing too. "Ha, ha, you were right. It doesn't matter if we are different. We all belong together." "Hooray!" cheered the whole embarrassment, not the least bit embarrassed any more. Mum and Marmalade shared a smile before leading the multicoloured pandas in a celebratory parade around the forest. Ooh! Soon all the other animals joined in the party. A moon bear painted herself maroon, a leopard dusted his fur lime green, a snake made herself canary yellow. Thanks to all the little orange panda, every animal in the forest was happy being themselves. But no one was more happier than Marmalade. The end. Please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.